Hello and welcome back, guys, to the channel. And on this video I'm basically gonna be giving you a quick tip on how to identify highs and lows in terms of what's a weak high and what's a weak low, and how are they spotted, and what's a strong high and a strong low and how are they spotted, right? So assuming that we have a trend, right, starting with a bullish trend, and then let's now go to a bearish trend and see how did this work. So let me move this a little bit. Yeah, boom. So from here you can see that we have firstly a bullish trend, or what's so-called a bullish trend, right? And then second we have a bearish trend. So from these two trends, right, we know that there's a series of highs and lows constantly being created. It's just the fact that whether in a bullish market we're gonna have high high, high low, high high, high low, high high, high low, high high, right? That's in a bullish market. But in a bearish market we now are going to have a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low, right? So there's a constant creation of highs and lows throughout the market. But let's now come into the actual thing, that what's a strong high and what's a weak high, right? A strong high is the high that a strong high, right, because price comes in and then makes a high, right? A strong high is the one that is able to now come back and take out this low. This is what we call a strong high. A strong high is simply the high that causes the break of structure for price to now move to the opposite direction. That's what we call a strong high. And a weak high is the one that, once price goes up, creates a high, right? If this is a weak high, then this weak high will fail to break this low and instead retest into an area of demand and go back up, taking out liquidity that's in this previous high. So this is what a weak high stands for. A weak high is basically liquidity, right? A weak high is basically liquidity, right? This area here, we know that people are going to sell here off of this high into that retest or pullback, and their stops will be placed above the high, in which from here price will now reaccumulate in here and come take out these highs, right? This is a weak high. So a strong high is the one that causes the break of structure, and the weak high is the one that simply causes the pullback, fails to break structure to the downside, and then gets taken out over time. That's the definition of a weak high and a strong high. Now the same applies to a strong low and a weak low, right? A strong low is the low that if price comes in makes a low, right? A strong low is the low that actually causes a break of structure to the top side to indicate that this price is now ready to move to the opposite direction, which is the bullish direction. And meanwhile, a weak low is the one that acts as potential liquidity, in which forms that pullback and fails to break the high, and then over time gets taken out, right? Indicating that the trend is still continuing, right? So in a bearish trend, right, the market is constantly creating weak lows, right? Weak low that fails to come out and take out this high and then gets taken out over time, right? Creates another weak low that fails to break the structural high and then gets taken out over time, right there, right? Another weak low, and we expect the same thing to happen. And in the case of strong highs and strong lows, we know that in a bullish market, the market is obviously going to be creating weak highs, right? A weak high that fails to take out this low, and then price reaccumulates in here and then takes it out over time to create another weak high that fails to take out this low, and then price reaccumulates and takes it out over time, creating another weak high that fails to take out this low, and then price reaccumulates in here and then takes it out over time. So you should notice that in a bullish market, price constantly creates weak highs, and in a bearish market, price constantly creates weak lows. And whenever a strong high or a weak whenever a strong high or a strong low is formed, and price is actually about to cause a reversal, right? Because if price is moving, let me just clear it out and we'll see what I mean from here. So if price creates a weak high like here, right, this is, sorry, a strong high, right? If price creates a strong high like here, right, and then comes down and breaks structure, this is a potential what, change of character, right? Or the break of structure to the downside, which indicates that price is basically gonna reverse and then progress with the currently initiated bearish trend, right? And the same applies for a strong low, right? If a strong low is created, for example here, and then comes out and takes out this high, then price will have initiated a new trend, which is the bullish trend that is to be progressed with over time. Now let's go into the chart and see what exactly do I mean by those concepts. So right here, firstly we have this downtrend, right? Price forming a series of lows and weak lows, right? Price forming weak lows, and up until here when price forms a strong low that comes out and takes out this high here and putting in a new structural high, which is a weak high, right? So as you can see, a strong low completely changes the direction of the market, and then the market starts now to go to the opposite side, right? So that's the function of a strong low, right? And then price now continues creating weak highs, right? Weak highs, weak highs, weak highs up until here, right? Price comes here, and then suddenly this price creates now a strong high that comes out and takes out this low here, and then from there, as you can see, price now progresses with the downtrend as shown, right? So here's a weak low a strong low, sorry, a strong low that comes out and takes out this high here, and then we have a strong high here that comes out and takes out this low to reverse this market back into that bearish trend, right? So a strong low reverses the market to bullish, and a strong high reverses the market to bearish. Now I hope this video was very informative to you, and if it was, then don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, turn the bell button on for notifications, and until the next one guys, stay safe, have a nice trading week, and of course, peace out.